Please stand for the saying of our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Now, to begin our meeting, allow me to introduce our Madam President, Miss Claire Humbutel.
Thank you, Duran, and I'd like you to welcome you all to another Miami-Dade Toastmasters meeting. I have high hopes for the meeting today, set in our own Biscayne Bay. And before we get any further, I'm going to hand it back to our Toastmaster of the day, Duran.
Thank you, Madam President. Today's theme is Biscayne Brilliance, a reminder that true leadership doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. When you think about Biscayne Bay, you think of the still waters, the calm, reflective, and expansive aura and ambience of it all. Yet beneath that calm surface is depth, movement, and above all else, life. That's the kind of brilliance we're exploring today. Not frantic energy that you would find somewhere in Calle Ocho or Little Havana or even in downtown. Not noise, but steady clarity, focused confidence, vision with intention. In Toastmasters, we grow by stepping into the spotlight, but we also grow by listening, reflecting, and supporting one another. So today, I invite each and every one of you to speak with purpose, listen with intention, and lead with calm yet steady confidence. Whether you're delivering a prepared speech, answering a table topic, or offering an evaluation, bring that still water energy, grounded, thoughtful, concise, and clear. Let's make this hour one of brilliance. Not because it's flashy, but because it's focused. To begin, I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. Give me your name, what you do for a living, and your one big idea on how you focus your energy. So, I'll start things off. I'm Duran Butler. I am an inspiring novelist, manga writer, a podcaster, and I do live stream Miami Heat games for Kindle Sports Network. The one thing I would love to bring energy, how I focus my energy is calming myself down, centering myself, and seeing the plans that I have for myself for the day. That way, it keeps me focused, energized, and staying on track on what I need to do. Whether it's writing, whether it's doing errands, or coming up with catchphrases for my live stream games, I always find ways to harness my energy and keep myself focused. And I would like to pass it off to Hattie.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Mhm.
Um, mm, mm, well, thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone, Toastmaster colleagues and honor guests. My name is Javi Rojas. I'm happy to be here today. I work for the People and Internal Services Department and the Risk Management Division, and my work focuses on supporting employees and helping create a safer workplaces. If I have one big idea but limited time, I focus my energy by first, as you also reference, getting calm. Because when I calm, I think clearly, and when I think clearly, I work more effectively. So I start by defining maybe the core message of my idea. And then I ask myself, what is the main point I want people to remember? Everything else becomes like secondary. Then I'll try to remove distractions. I don't try to do too much. I choose one strong example or one clear action step and build everything around that. Try again to stay calm, help me avoid overcomplicated things. And finally, I commit fully to that main idea.
Hmm.
Instead of spreading my energy in many, many directions, I concentrated just in that and do all my best effort to do it as best as I can. And again, trying to maintain a calm mindset. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Hattie. That was brilliant. Now I would like to pass it off to Rosalie.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rosaline Bienemy. I'm a senior sales manager here at at the Noble Hotel. One thing, let's see, for me, I would say I focus mainly on, you know, my family. A positive mindset is where I would like to normally try to focus on. Uh, I would like to pass it to Ashley.
It's on listening mode.
All right.
To Claire.
Good afternoon. I'm Claire Humbutel, and outside of Toastmasters, I'm a security engineer for the University of Miami. And what I do to stay focused is that I typically try to do my best to eliminate distractions and write out lists so that I can understand what should be my next priority. Thank you.
All right. Now let's pass it off to Michael.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. My name is Michael Zucchi. I am a business and technology consultant and also entrepreneur. I've had several businesses, built them, crashed them into the ground, and sold a couple. What I do to keep focused, or I try to keep focused, is in the morning I wake up, I write in my journal. I think about what's the most important thing to do for the day. I do lists, and then I go for a 6 mile walk. And does any of that work? Most of the times, no. I'm interested in everything, and so I am all over the place. I'll pass it back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Michael. Next, I will pass it off to Denise.
Thank you very much. Denise Schneider. I have lived my life a little differently, focusing on family, and now I'm looking for work again because it's me and the dog. So, what would I focus on? Uh, a balanced life. I recently saw a little note card that I wrote to myself, and I wanted a balanced work life between personal and everything. So that's what I've been going for, and I pass. And the calmness, I didn't use the calmness. I do spend a lot of time on Biscayne Bay. I know how far it spreads, how wide and everything else. And I've been there where there has been no winds, as calm as can be, to being at Fowey at 79, gust of 79. And I tell you what, in racing, it's the calm. It's when it's no wind, when it's very silent, is the time that it's really not calm, that you're a little stressed. Where's the wind coming from? Are we going to hit someone? So, but even hurricanes in the middle of it, they have the calm, the eye of the storm. And then I pass.
All right, thank you, Denise. And FYI, your camera is a bit blurry, but I'll now pass this off to our Vladimir.
Thank you, Deron. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vladimir Dabuzi. I'm a real estate agent. So to stay focused on my plan, when I woke up, I try to find a calm atmosphere and thinking about what I have to do, what I have to focus first. And I'm trying to visualize my plan and organize myself. And with my plan, and I stay focused and continue and realize my what I have to do or to realize. Thank you, Leon.
All right, you're welcome, Vladimir. I'll pass this off to Shaw.
Thank you so much. So what we focus on, let me get the summary again. Focus on
Your energy.
my energy. Focus on the energy. Every morning, I've made a decision. I am going to be happy. And I'm not going to let anyone derail me from my happiness. If you call me up and you got problems, I will listen to your problems, but they won't be my problems. It's very important for me to get a lot of movement in because there's a constant barrage of notifications. I have to stay calm. And the way I do that is with movement and understanding that what people project onto me isn't necessarily the reflection that I want to have. Thank you so much for the question.
You're welcome. Next, I will pass it off to Maria.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Lovely to have you. When I don't have my big ideas in the morning. I do like to look at my calendar when I get up and see what's in it for the day. And towards the afternoon, take a bike ride. And does that do anything like Michael said? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes the big ideas come while I'm doing my bike ride. And the more sometimes I use a 1 pound weight on my legs. And the more I'm forced to pedal, the harder, the bigger the ideas come in. Do I put them into practice? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But that is the beauty of an everyday where we get to be calm and within ourselves. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
All right, thank you, Maria. All right, do we have time for one more, or shall we go on to our next segment? One more? All right, and let's see, who can I pass this off to?
Mercedes.
Mercedes Pina.
Um, I'm on and off today, and I apologize for that. I want to welcome our guest. What was the question, Deron? Sorry, I'm on and off.
The question is, you have one big idea, but limited time. How do you focus your energy?
How do I focus my energy? I sometimes ideas come when you want to rest, right? And we said, but why now, right? And I try then to just go off of all the tasks I will have for the next day, as per se. Unknown caller. In the morning, sorry about that, guys. In the morning, I try to take time for a routine. I call it a routine. It's a combination of advanced yoga and meditation because construction industry can be intense. As an estimator and project manager can be intense. And if somebody's calling me at that time, I will not take the phone. I will not respond. Unless it's the project director, of course. But besides that, I try to like just sync my body, my mind, and my environment that when I sit down in my desk, all the previous agenda, because before the day ends, I write what I have pending for next day because we can forget, right? So I leave in my agenda what I couldn't accomplish today. I put it on the next day so that when I come, I see it. But first, I have to do that routine because that routine syncs my system. And back to you, Deron. Thank you, guys. And thank you, our guests, for coming.
Thank you, Mercedes. That means a lot. Now, now it's time for me to introduce our general evaluator for the day, Miss Maria Lozano.
Thank you so much, Mr. Toastmaster. Let me introduce my team because I don't do this by myself. I will be evaluating the meeting as a whole. Did we start on time, end on time? Are we on track to fulfill all of the roles and everything that we have to do in today's meeting? Now, that would be my job, and I will give a report at the end. But let me introduce our timer, Rosaline. And Rosaline, just for because the agenda is incorrect, Claire is speaking a 10 to 15 minute speech, and her timing is 10, 13, and 15. You're muted.
I hear
Rosaline?
you. So for some reason, I hear you very low.
Oh, okay.
Again?
10. How about now?
Yeah, better.
It's 10, 15, 10, 13, and 15 is her timing.
Okay.
Can you please show your background so the guests know how you will be showing your time?
Yes. So I will be the timer. I will time the table topic speakers, and also the evaluator. And today we have Claire, who will be doing a 10 to 15-minute speech. And we have, is Frazier still doing his speech, correct?
No.
Nope. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Oh, so at 10 minutes, I will raise the green card. Show me a second. So at 10 minutes, I will show the green card. At 13 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And then at 15 minutes, I will show the red card. In regards to the table topics range between 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card, 1 minute and a half, yellow card, and at 2 minutes, the red card. And then for the evaluator, 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. 2 minutes and a half, I will raise the yellow, and in 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Let's hear from our grammarian, Gladamy. Could you please explain your role?
Thank you, Maria. Hi, everyone. Today I'm your grammarian. My role is to listen carefully to all speakers and provide feedback on language use. I will pay attention to grammar, sentence structure, word choice, pronunciation, and clarity. I will also introduce the word of the day. For today, we have calm. It means a state of tranquility, stillness, or freedom from agitation, excitement, or stormy condition. For instance, the lake was calm and perfect for kayaking. Thank you, Maria. Back to you.
Thank you, Gladamy. And we have Hattie as our evaluator, and this will be Hattie's first evaluation. So let's be calm. Let's hear what she's got to say, what she will be looking for in the evaluation of Claire's speech. Hattie, can you just give us a little primer as to what you'll be looking at?
Yeah. Thank you all again. I'm evaluating Claire's speech, and I will be looking for her delivery of her speech and if she's keeping within the stated goals of her project, basically. Back to you, Ms. Toastmaster, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so
General
much.
evaluator, sorry.
No problem. Thank you. And last but not least, let's have Denise. She's just volunteered to be our vote master, so we can vote for the best background, the best table topics. Denise, can you please, if you could explain your role?
Okay, you hit on the top 2 points. What are we voting for? And you can vote on the background anytime you want by going to chat, going to the top of chat and hitting new chat and find me, Denise Schneider. And I heard that. So after all the table topic speeches are done, we get to vote for them. So listen carefully for who you think is best. And with that, I pass.
Thank you so much, Denise. And that is our team. I'll pass it back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, thank you, Maria. Now, does anyone have an inspirational facts minute? No? Well, would anyone like to hear my inspirational facts minute? We all know Biscayne Bay is one of the most beautiful places Miami has to offer. But speaking of Miami itself, do you know why it's nicknamed the Magic City? The reason why it was nicknamed the Magic City because one minute it could be sunny, the next minute it could be rainy. Miami has that allure, that charm, that unpredictability that just brings people from all around the world to witness the beauty we have to offer. So go out into the world and offer that beauty, no matter how much you have, no matter how much it is. Always shine through with your beauty. And that's my inspirational facts minute. And which leads me to our first speaker of the day. Not only is she our Madam President, but she's also going to give us a 10 to 15-minute speech about keeping a commitment, which is something we all need to do in our lives, even if things get a little bit hectic. I'd like to please welcome our very own Claire Humbutel.
Thank you, Duran. Was it something I said? This person had signed up to be a member. They had paid the fee. They seemed enthusiastic about participating, but after about 2 meetings, they disappeared. What could it have been? Were they busy with work, busy with their life? Or maybe I shouldn't have told that alligator joke. Maybe one of their best friends was an alligator. But it's a real phenomenon. There are people that go and join the club, or say they're going to join the club, show up to a few meetings, and then vanish. Toastmasters vanishing syndrome. And you have to wonder if this person is paying the fee to essentially miss every part of the program, then why did they bother paying it and joining in the first place? So, with that, I want to introduce my speech for the day, Keeping the Commitment. Now, the Toastmasters program has 3 promises, and I'm actually going to be going through those today. And the first one is promising to participate. When you promise to participate, you promise that you are going to attend regularly, prepare your speeches, and fulfill your assignments. It's impossible to get the benefit of the program if you miss the meetings. They're the main part of it. They allow you to interact with other members. And also, if you never give a speech, you never have a chance to learn by experience how to speak in public, which is the thing that the program is structured around. It may be frightening to attend meetings when you're going to your first few, and it may be incredibly intimidating to try to prepare and give a speech. You may not like how your first, or your second, or your third one sounds. I know I certainly didn't, but each of them will help you learn and grow and determine at the very least what you don't want to do next time. So the first of the promises is simply just showing up. You promise that you are going to participate. The next promise would be promising to aid fellowship. And so if the first promise helps you, this helps your other club members. You learn to give helpful evaluations. You help keep the environment of the club positive. Because, of course, who wants to attend a club where you feel like it's very negative and like you may be complained about at any time? Honestly, if I wanted that, I could go and perhaps just use this as a regular time for work. And another way you can aid fellowship is by serving as an officer. This is definitely something to consider, especially as we do have elections coming up. If you serve as an officer, you gain the chance both to progress in the club and learn how certain aspects of it are run, and also you have a chance to shape it. This is your club, as well as everyone else's, and it's wonderful to take the time and figure out how you can participate to make it better. I know in my time as a club officer, I have been vice president of education as well as current president. I have learned things about Toastmasters, about other people, and about myself that I don't think I ever would have known had I not decided to serve in the first place. So, the second promise would be basically that you promise to contribute and help to make the club a better one. Oh, and one more. My mistake. Always treat members and guests with respect and courtesy. It should go without saying, but it is something to remember. If someone is perhaps a little bit difficult, it is worth trying to learn how to get along with them. But of course, we don't condone uh, being continually negative. And then the final promise is helping to maintain club quality. And that is just thinking about what you can bring to the club and ensure the club is kept up. You can bring guests. We always recommend it. So if anyone's interested, make sure to give them our link. You also want to follow guidelines and rules. It doesn't help anyone coming in if, say, the meeting runs for 30 minutes past the end time, or if someone is not following their role. And then just always ensuring that you observe ethical standards. That mainly has to do with no plagiarization, no evaluating people based on their personality rather than their speech, all common sense rules. So that is the essence of my speech, and as you can see, it is a very easy thing to progress in the club and keep your commitment. What you want to make sure you do is you participate, you help your fellow Toastmasters, and you just think about what you can do to bring up the quality of the club as a whole. I thought that would be a useful thing for us to hear, and as I mentioned before, when you go to join a club, you want to get the most you can out of it. So remembering 3 promises is a good way to ensure that you do. Thank you.
Well done. Excellent speech, Claire. Excellent speech, as always. Very impeccable. Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment of the speech, segment of our meeting. You know it. You love it. It's table topics. Now, table topics, everyone has at least 1 or 2 minutes to answer a question given to us by our table topics master, our very own Denise Schneider. So it's impromptu speaking, and don't be afraid to stumble over your words, but always make sure to get to the point and answer your questions with concise and precision. So I will hand the floor off to our very own Denise Schneider. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Oh, maybe this is a game show. Okay. For a day of fun on the beach, on the bay, you have many choices, including powerboating, jet skiing, self-propelled, rowing, yeah, uh, just different boating, wind power, tour boat excursion, fishing boat, or a spot on the beach. What would you choose and why? I am going to give this to Michael. Is he still here? Yes,
I
Michael.
am still here. Thank you very much, Madam Table Topics Master. I love Biscayne Bay. And I've been out there many times through walks, bike rides, and for this story, I was kayaking. Several weeks ago, I went with my wife out to Virginia Key. We get into a two-person kayak, which normally means Michael, the one sitting in the back, is paddling because my wife is just sitting there looking at everything look beautiful and take pictures. And one of her friends comes along on a paddleboard with us on the right-hand side. So we decide to go out of the little canal. We see all the manatees floating around. I think about, wow, they look tasty. That'll be another conversation for another day. We make a left out of there and follow there's a nature reserve on the left-hand side. So unbeknownst to me, and I don't know if anybody else here knows, there are crocodiles in the bay. I just so happened on this wonderful day to find one. When I dipped my paddle into the water, I hit it on its head without knowing. It then jumped out of the water, bit my paddle, and the girl next to us, who is my wife's friend, had a heart attack. So I encourage you to go use that water and don't play with the crocodiles. Thank you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Michael. Okay, you have the day to yourself and must spend a relaxed day on or near Biscayne Bay. What do you pack and include a picnic lunch? So, Hattie, this one's for you.
Thank you, everyone. Well, I'm also love the Biscayne. I love the calm and the landscape and everything. So if I have which I really needed, the first thing I would pack would be my family. I really enjoy a quality of time in a beautiful landscaping like Biscayne with my family. And I will bring some Colombia snacks, that bring me good moments and good memories from my family and from all the beautiful moments in life. So that would be the perfect package for me. My family, delicious snack, beautiful view, calm, relax. That I'm just hoping I can have more of those times in my life, in all the rushing, running, stressful, bad news, and everything that's going on around the world. I think we all need more Biscayne, more calmness, and more beautiful landscape in our lives. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, you have a job in the travel industry. Your assignment is to plan a 2-day trip around Biscayne Bay for a couple from outside the country. Uh, let's give this to Vladimir.
Thank you, Denise. So, as an employer for coming with couple tourists to Biscayne Bay, so I will prioritize. I come with him prioritize the view and the best place where they can enjoy the environment and the atmosphere. And I will give a brief historicity about the Biscayne Bay, and I'm trying to make them enjoy the Biscayne Bay and to explain everything and to choose one of the best restaurant inside the place for them and create some unforgettable moment for them. Thank you, Dennis. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Okay. What activities would you recommend a tourist not to do while visiting Biscayne Bay? Maria.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. Oh my God, I think Michael gave us the answer. Don't play with the alligators. It is true. Whenever there is a body of water in Miami, there is bound to be alligators. Wherever it is, I think except the sea, I'm not sure. But wherever there is any other type of body of water, beware of the alligators. You will see the beautiful Um, they're crocs, right? They're the ones that eat people, the crocs. Yeah. The They're also the beautiful manatees. You will see them around. That's the positive side that I will say. But beware of the crocs because they are real and sometimes they're hungry because you have a lot of people also on this bay. I know because I'm pointing this way because I have a lake right behind me. And we have all of the jet skiers and they just frighten all of the wildlife. So what I would say to also to a tourist is try not to disrupt the wildlife because this is their home. And when we disrupt their home, then they encroach into our space. Thus, we will have the crocs coming for us. And that's something that they should be aware. Be mindful. The other thing I saw the other day too was people trying to with the on the news. I saw it. It was all of the iguanas coming down and people trying to. I even saw. I think it was a barbecue. Like no, no, do not barbecue. They're just dormant for a little bit. They are tasty. No, Michael, don't say that. They are dormant for a little bit. They're not dead. Leave them alone. And so those are about three things that I will tell a tourist. Thank you, Denise, and back to you.
You're welcome. And uh, one of my favorite places in the Bay, I have seen the crocs and I have seen the manatees. You don't play with the manatees either. Be yeah, even though they're friendly and everything else, we do not want them to be spoiled, and it's actually illegal, even to give them a drink of fresh water, which they love. So, we're past the time. Can tell how many more table topics can we use today?
Do we have more? Do we have time for more, or
That's my question. How much more time do we have?
I think we have like time for one
More.
more. Yeah, time
Uh,
for one more.
okay. Of all the communities near Biscayne Bay, which goes up from North Miami Beach down to the Florida Keys, of those many communities, which is your favorite and why? And I'm going to give this to Shah.
Of all the Biscayne communities along Biscayne Bay, which is one of my favorite communities.
Yes.
Okay.
And why?
My favorite Biscayne Bay community is in Pinecrest. Well, it is Palmetto Bay. The reason why I love it is because there is a park all the way down Old Cutler Bay. And I went there one day and it was an amazing time. When I got there, I was with my date, who is now my girlfriend, and we sat in the park and we were having a splendid time. During that time, we had to drive down a road that had an alligator on it. So I proceeded to stop the car and not move any further. Then we decided to go sit in the park where it looked like a valley where you could see all different types of directions. And as we were sitting there and chatting and getting to know each other, we had a whole bunch of visitors called mosquitoes. And they were so happy to see us that they kept giving us as much attention as they possibly could, until the point that we had to give a friendly goodbye to them. I knew from that point on that that was a memory that will be long lasting, and I would ensure myself to never visit my friends again. Thank you so much for the question.
You're welcome. And that's all for table topics. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Duran. And
Thank
don't
you.
forget to vote.
Yes. Thank you, Denise. That was lovely. Now I will call upon my genuine evaluator for the reports of today's meeting. Maria?
Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's just take 30 seconds to make our vote for our favorite table topics. Let's just do that because I was in the middle of it. Everybody can hear me, right? Sometimes this thing. Okay. I just voted. And directly to Denise. Let's hear from Hattie. Hattie is our evaluator. She'll be evaluating Claire's speech. Remember, this is her first time, so let's pay all our attention to Hattie and send her all that good juju that we have. Hattie, take it
Okay.
away.
Thank you, Miss Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster, and again, honor guests. I had the pleasure of today of evaluating our speaker number one. I mean, our own speaker, Claire Hamboida. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, my bad. In her speech titled Keeping the Commitment, which I love the topic. The purpose of her speech was to inspire us to stay faithful to our commitments and reflect on the responsibility that comes with our promises. Claire delivered a clear and organized message. Her speech has strong structure, defined opening, body, and conclusion, which make it easy to follow, understand, and fall in love with the speech. One of her strengths is her composure. She appeared prepared, calm, and showing confidence in her material. The ideas flow logically, and her message was consistent through the speech. And I love that she's very funny. She says Toastmaster has a vanish syndrome. And I know it sounds very funny. I know it's not good, but it sounds really funny. So I love it. Now, in the spirit of growth, I would like to offer my humble recommendation. Claire, I think you had your speech was wonderful, but I think you have a great opportunity to develop a little more in your expressive delivery. While your content is solid, your vocal tone remain even, and same thing with your facial expressions and gestures. Maybe adding more vocal variety, changes in maybe pitch, pace, and volume will bring more emotion and energy to your message. So when you're speaking about commitment, let us hear your passion and your voice. Similarly, allowing your facial expression and your body language to reflect your message will help the audience to connect more deeply with your message. So a stronger gesture or mindful pause or smile at the right moment can significantly increase your impact. So you already have a strong structure and clarity. Now focus on bringing more life, a bit of Hispanic sauce in your expressions, and that will make a magic touch in your speech. In conclusion, overall, I think you did an excellent job. Great speech. Love the message. Well organized with meaningful message. Look forward to seeing Claire with a little more Hispanic touch in her speeches. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much for that.
Hattie.
I think she's working on it. Right, Claire? She's a new transplant to Miami, so she's working on it, and she knows that. She knows that. So thank you so much for that great evaluation. Didn't she do great for a first timer? I think she did amazing. So let's give her a round of applause. Let's go
Thank
on
you.
to our timer. Rosaline, how did we do on time?
So yes, in regards to the table topics, we have Michael, who was at 1 minute and 27 seconds. Patty was exactly at a minute. Vladimir was under 52 minutes. I'm sorry, 52 seconds. And we have Maria, you just hit 1 minute and 59 seconds. And Shay, what is Shay? 1 minute and 57 seconds. Claire, you were under the 10 minutes. You were 7 minutes and 12 seconds speech. And then with, is it Haiti? Pronounce your name?
Hattie.
Hattie. Okay, great job in the evaluation. 2 minutes and
Sorry, I
50.
was muted. Hattie.
Hattie. 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Team three.
Awesome. Thank you so much for keeping us on time. Let's go to Vladimir, our grammarian.
Thank you, Maria. For my report, I have the one so, Denise, one and Maria, even so. So as a good point, we have Hadi who used the word of the day. I think we have some audio using the word, but I missed to mention that. I apologize. And I think it's for all for today. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Vladimir, for your report. Thank you. And let's hear, Denise, do we have some winners or? I know everybody's a winner today, but let's see.
One moment, please. Okay.
You're muted. You're muted.
Because it's a secret ballot. Oh, and the winners aren't secrets. Okay. No, you don't get to vote, Mario. Duran, you came in best for backgrounds, and it was very close for the table topics. The runner-up, in case the winner can't do his job, is Shaw, and the winner is Michael. Yeah, you know your Bay.
What is my job, by the way? You said it just in case I can't do my job.
No, it's a joke.
Ah,
That's the
okay.
winner.
I thought there was something new. I was like, uh-oh.
Oh,
Hey, if you don't know how to accept the winning gracefully, Shaw will do it for you, right, Shaw? Gracefully. Both of you had awesome and amazing stories. I love that. Great personal stories, great date stories.
That's what I'm working on. Yes. Setting, tension, conclusion.
Absolutely. Loved it. Okay, so congratulations to our winners. Now for my general evaluator report. Here is where we go. I loved Deron's his minute when he came up with the facts, the inspirational minutes that we have about Miami. I loved how he came out. He's like, okay, if nobody's doing it, I'm doing it. So I love the initiative that you took on with that. And I think Hattie mentioned it, but Claire, you had some wonderful phrases, but one of them was Toastmasters vanishing syndrome. And we do know someone or a couple of people who have vanished into the ether. And you delivered those three promises very effectively. One of the other phrases that you did that I loved was, we don't condone being continually negative. So this is a positive environment. We're here. Guests, please consider being and helping us out, being members, dual members, because this is a positive environment and we hope that you help us shape the environment of this club. Deron, as a table topics master, extremely enthusiastic. I loved it, especially when he was introducing the table topics master of the day. And I love Denise when you said, "Take it away, Johnny." Like this is a game show. Love that. You're becoming more. How do we call it? More when you're delivering something impromptu and you're being snarky and it's in a great way. I love that. In the speech in the table topics, we had Michael crocodiles in the bay. I love that. And packing for the family. Those were all great stuff that stuck out to me. And Hattie, your delivery of the evaluation was amazing. So I want to commend you on that. And the Hispanic sauce for Claire, I totally agree, but she knows that and she's working on it. And with that, I'm going to congratulate Deron and Michael for being the winners of the day. Back to you, Deron.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Sorry. Thank you, General Evaluator. So I got a little caught up right there. Excuse me. Now, do we have any word from our Vice President?
She's on listening mode. She's not feeling
Oh,
well, so you could move on to our president.
sorry. Let's move on to our Madam President then.
Thank you, Deron. And now I believe I will give our announcements for the week. So, to any of our guests, if you're interested in becoming a member, don't hesitate to get in touch with our Vice President of Membership, that's Mercedes, or our Vice President of Public Relations, which is Maria. And for members, please, in keeping your commitment, continue your lessons in Pathways. Oh, Mercedes, do you have something to mention?
By mistake, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
She
was
wants
doing
us to take
something
a
here.
picture. So
Sorry.
when
Oh,
everybody's ready, let's take a
Yes, let's
picture.
take our picture for.
yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Smile. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. And if you need any help with Pathways, there are Pathways office hours on 8 p.m. on Thursdays with our Vice President of Education, Ashley. And for our club officers, just please keep in mind there are still a couple of club officer training dates today at oh well, we would have missed that. Well, I'm sorry. The Wednesday the 25th at noon, so that would be during our meeting, and Thursday the 26th at 7:30 p.m. So we do have a date for our Toastmasters outing, so please save the date. It's on the 27th on Friday, but we are still searching for a location. Our next open house will be on the 18th, and we do have a speakathon on April 29th. And then last but definitely not least, we have our club's 35th anniversary, June 3rd. So those should all be great occasions. And I believe that is the last of my announcements. So is there anything else that needs to be brought up? Maria?
I just want to ask the guests if you want to come to our in-person meeting. We would love to have you with your significant others. We don't do a Toastmasters meeting. We just talk, eat, have drinks, whatever comes up during the night. And we are usually looking for a place in around Coral Gables, somewhere where we can have parking and stuff. So that's what we're looking for, somewhere that is convenient for us all and not too down south or too up north. So definitely let us know if you want to come because we have to make reservations. Anything else? Rosaline, anything you want to add? Gladamy, are you
Good.
logging your stuff on Pathways?
Yes, well, yeah, I do, but a little miss some do for the tax season, little busy. I should be
Uh,
more happy. Yeah. Mhm.
Definitely. If anybody needs help logging into anything into Pathways, please let us know. Pathways is the way. That's right, Michael. I'm sure that you're logging everything in. Shah, so very nice to see you. If you guys want to say anything, this is your opportunity.
So
Anything?
I'm gonna be in your pathway thing on Wednesday of next week, I believe. I am trying to close out my pathway and I am stuck. So there's something I need to do that I'm unable to do. And I think there are two pathway systems now. There's a transitional thing. I'm on an old pathway, strategic relationships, and I'm ready to go on and pick another one.
Awesome, awesome. We also have Pathways office hours that we host here at the club, and that's done by Ashley. So
Actually,
we
yep.
use the same login and everything, and that's on Thursday evenings. Let me just get the.
From
It
the
should be on the agenda. You should have
noon
the
to
agenda.
one. Yeah, yeah. I think I have it on my calendar.
No, it's
So.
not noon to one. It's in the evenings. I think it's 7:30 or 8. It should be on the agenda. We can look at that. Michael, anything you want to add?
I actually have a question, and I don't know if it is a bother to everybody, but while we're having the meeting, I'm chatting as well because it's a channel that's available online. Is that frowned upon in the group?
No, it's not. You may want to, especially when there is a speech, you may want to calm it down because it sometimes it distracts the speaker. But
Okay.
no, I'm not bothered by it. If anybody else is, please raise your hand.
It's just a good, I normally use it to train because when I'm online or I'm giving a speech in IRL, you'll have people texting or sending stuff. But if it's an issue for anybody here, just let me know and I will tone it down.
Thank you. No, it was quite funny seeing the picture about the croc. The
One other
croc.
thing I would like to ask is that you pin the timer somewhere on the screen because again, you may assume that the timer comes up on my top portion of my screen. There's a lot of people here and it doesn't always do that. So I
I
can't tell when the timer is up.
I tried to do it when Claire was speaking, and I couldn't put
Mm.
Claire and the speaker in the presentation. So I played around with that. I couldn't do it, but I should have done it for the table topics. Definitely, I'll take that into consideration the next time. And Hattie, how do you feel about your evaluation, your first one?
Thank you. Um, as I was trying to, I love the topic for today to stay calm. And the first questions, I kind of like was trying to apply that because every time that I have like impromptu respond in my meetings, I get too nervous, and when I get nervous, I don't think clearly. So I think I I like it because trying to stay calm and focus and trying to be positive because I like to do the things to other person in a way that I think I'm gonna construct them and make it feel better and motivated to continue growing. So I was trying to do that. I hope that message was sent to Claire. I mean, for me, she is fantastic because she actually is very calm, and that's what I need to learn from her. But of course, we want her to become the best of the best. So that's what I was trying to send her the recommendation in a positive and maybe a little bit funny way. So I
Mhm.
think I like the experience, and little by little I'm trying to participate more in do more roles until I feel a little more comfortable. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think it came across very well. And with that, there's no more. It's 1 o'clock. Madam President,
Oh,
we
since we're
adjourn.
now at 1 o'clock, I officially adjourn the meeting. Thank you
All
all.
right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We had
Thank
so much fun
you.
today.
All right.
Bye bye.
All right, take care. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye, everyone. God bless.
You
Thank you,
too, Deron.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye, Hattie.
Ashley, we miss you. Hope you feel better soon.
Yes, feel better, Ash.